issue 2 review of Kaijus and Cowboys. Honestly, this issue went places I was not expecting.
No, yeah, I didn't see
Really,
a whole like Hunter Squad coming out of nowhere. I was like, oh, this is.
And the funny thing was, I was actually wondering because, like, so the issue starts, he starts talking with Father Mind, which I guess is like a computer up in space that's kind of monitoring the setup of this planet for human life. So, like, while I was talking with him, I'm like, because he, you know, we get to reveal that he's bot 001. Yeah. So I'm like, he's the first one. I'm like, did other bots get wiped out? He's the last one around. Well, we quickly find out that there are a team of bots that he's just dispatched, but he's like, oh, these are brand new models. I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle this. They don't have your experience. Can you just keep an eye on them?
Yeah, his mission was to basically watch from a distance and assist if needed. Like, so he dispatched these 3 new bots, and they're basically going into a nest, a breeding ground.
It was a breeding ground.
Yeah, it was a breeding ground. So the 3 go there, and he's watching from a distance. They seem like they're handling it pretty well, but Hunterbot jumps into action, of course, and takes out some of the kaiju. And they're like, oh, thanks for helping us. And he doesn't talk, and some of the robots are kind of like snotty to him. And they're like, dude, the guy just saved us. He's like, we might not have been able to successfully complete this mission without this, I don't know what they called him, like a old school bot. We couldn't. He was an old model.
Yeah, his old programming.
Like, yeah, his program. Yeah, that's part of one of the things too. FatherBot says like, oh, we don't know how you're still out there because your software is so out of date. Like, he's like so not updated on anything. But we forgot to mention Doc was like, oh, can I come along? And he's like basically dragged Doc with him the whole time too.
Yeah, like he's like Bot with No Name basically gave him like, I'm the main character energy. You're just along for the ride.
Yeah, he's just like, he was kind of like, but Hunterbot doesn't talk, so
yeah. So at the end, a probe droid comes back crashing down to the ground. Bot with No Name plugs in, instantly flies off, and he's like, oh, what's going on? So Doc plugs in, and he sees basically they've been noticing more seismic activity.
They were assuming it was just earthquakes.
They're not on the planet right now. They're on a kaiju that's on the planet. So next issue we're getting probably a giant kaiju fight. I don't even know what to expect now.
Yeah,
like I thought I knew where this series was going after the end of issue 1, and now I'm like, oh wait, what's going on here?
This thing's massive.
Yeah, I'm like
I don't even know how he's gonna fight it. Is he gonna go like Jet Jaguar, get like gigantic?
He's going to learn how to get bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, the Hunterbot gives me Jet Jaguar vibes because he doesn't talk.
He does. Now with this review, we went over some key points. We really didn't get into the deep nitty gritty. You guys should go check out the campaign for the 3rd issue that is live now. You can get the whole series back from the beginning and really catch up. There's a lot of visual action going on in these pages, so us going over plot points doesn't give you the full picture of what's going on here.
These books are, like I said, he doesn't talk, so there's not a lot of dialogue to be had. It's a lot of like computer programs talking in his head. Doc is sort of the verbalness of this series, and we have these new Hunterbots. They talk, but it's a lot of action. It's nonstop action, really. It's a very visual series. I've often compared it to the Redman series because the Redman series they did a comic series, they did a TV series, but no dialogue. It was just boom, kaiju fighting nonstop. And it gives you very similar dark vibes.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for issue 3, and I felt like the Kickstarter kind of. I know they probably announced that it was coming out in the middle of August, but this summer has gone by so quickly that I was kind of like, oh, it's live.
Yeah, and it was like perfectly timed. Like, I think I got issue 2 like the day before the campaign went live for issue 2. They timed it perfectly.
They really did.
So you read it and you're like, oh man, what happens next? Oh, boom, Kickstarter's live. You can find out what happens next.
Yeah. So
and it's a I believe it's a 12 issue run that they have planned. So check it out. We have reviews of issue 0, 1, and now this is issue 2, as well as some unboxings for this too. So we have a Kaijus and Cowboys playlist, I think, on the channel.
We might, if not.
I started making some playlists. I believe it's on there. Keep an eye out.
Well, honestly, what I'm looking forward to with this series is we're going to be getting like a second issue 0 coming out. There was some issue with the printing, but we should be getting it relatively soon. If we got like a third issue 0, like maybe that could be a stretch goal for the next campaign or something. That'd be great. But we'll see. I don't know what they have planned for this series. I thought I did, and then it went completely sideways. So
it's awesome though.
Yeah, I just got taken for a ride on that read.
The super giant kaiju was a big twist.
Yes.
I didn't see that coming. I expected a bigger kaiju, but this thing sounds freaking massive.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla Earth size, but bigger. Yeah. Honestly, like.
Yeah.
It's like the size of like land.
They said it was basically like they thought they were like on like just like in a volcano, but like the volcano was like on top of a kaiju, like craziness.
So we'll see. Shout out to Frankie B Washington and Matt Blair. You guys did a great job, and we're looking forward to read the next issue of this.